Fee and payment. This is what they really want to know. Clients want to know how much, right? That's the bottom line. This is likely to change from what you think or what I think or what Marcos think. Like it's got to be a consensus of us. But I'll tell you how me and my partner or any of the partners of Flow, hoping we have more partners eventually, do it. Time, value, intensity, again, time, right? And the scope of work. How much are we doing? How fast are we doing it? How much are we doing? How fast are we doing it? That's going to start determining the project, how big the project is, and things like that. So this is a simple renovation of a garage that already exists. Think about what you're going to need to do. So you're going to need to do sections because you're going to be doing a dormer. You're going to need to size some members in there because the dormer is going to need a structure. You're going to need to do enlarge plans for that kitchen. You're going to need to do enlarge plans for that bathroom. Generally speaking, you're going to need to do exteriors and interior elevations to show where things are, the mounting heights for all of those things. Okay, that's like, you're going to need to go measure it, right, and draw it, right? You got to follow the 4-step process. What is that? Well, it should be like a $3,000 little renovation, considering this client. This client's going to also give us more work, right? They may cry for less. You can settle at $2,500 or so. But one thing that we added here at Flow is that if a client recommends us to 3 people to follow us on Instagram, and they write the code right here, 20246, on an Instagram request or post, we're going to give these people a $200 credit. 3 people go on Flow Instagram and comment and write this or send us a message after they follow us saying, hey, I followed you regarding project 20246. They get a $200 credit. We do things like this on an ongoing basis. I just did a Black Friday half off. Nobody really knew about it because I did it kind of discreetly. We don't want to just be underselling our services. But things like this, you can ask your principal. When you're writing this, if you're not a principal of Flow or one of the partners, you can ask us, is there any a promotion that we're doing? And then we kind of break it down. So I start with, let's say it's going to be about $3,000, right? How do we break that down? Well, hourly. We like to think about hourly. We think, how long is it going to take to measure this? Realistically, it may take about 2 hours to go measure it. That's $200. Very simple. About 3 hours to draw it. That's, $500. Edits that need to be done, call it $800, including the drive into there, right? Schematic design, doing 2 options, right? How complicated is the client? What is he sending us? This is just discernment. You can also look at projects we've done before. That's a very good thing to do. Look at the time that we actually spent versus the time that we have allotted. Most of the time, we're good. So this fee is good. It's generous. So what do we think about? Well, schematic design is where we add the value, where we create value. Construction documents are construction documents. Before, they were the most expensive part of architecture. Now they're not, because value is generated at the very beginning. Just the design options are our value. That's what we're hired for. So I'm going to say that thing is going to be about $1,500 to do design options. And it's going to be about, actually, let's do 1,000. And it's going to be about, what is it, $800? No, $800. It's gonna be about 1,100, whatever adds up. Yeah. So I'm gonna call this 1,200 and this 800, so that we 900, so that we get to that. And then always allow like $100 for revisions, a phone call, something that they didn't understand or whatever, right? That's it. You just try to value how long it's going to take, how much it's going to do, blah, blah, blah. We're always generous about the time. This covers our overhead and profit. Your hourly rate is also covered. I teach an ARE class. I explain how to do these things, and I can explain it to you in personally in another time. But, you just look at hourly rates, which we're providing here. Then make sure you change the naming here. One thing I've noticed, just don't even put Mr. and Mrs. Just write the name. Edward Marte, because sometimes they're not even married, the wife is not even married, the person not even married, and they have asked many times, oh, I'm not married, will be Miss. You don't want to make that mistake. And this is your proposal pretty much done. I'll go more into detail now.